What's going on, guys? JFC here. The FIFA market is inflating pretty hard right now. I've seen a lot of people in the comment sections of people's videos on Twitter saying, why is the FIFA market going so high right now? This is sort of an all-encompassing video of kind of the state of FIFA at the moment as well, because they kind of go hand in hand. The state of FIFA and also why the market is inflating right now, and the way EA are kind of handling this part of the game, really. So as I'm sure you guys have seen, the market, obviously, pretty much every card in the game is rising. This card is 3.7 million coins. This is like the price of Team of the Year Messi last year. I mean, this is the kind of level of prices we are talking about right now. Why is this happening? Because obviously the market was very cheap last year. Starting this year, it was extremely cheap. So, well, what changed? Well, let's get into it. First of all, since I'd say about the end of the World Cup promo, we've been seeing EA really emphasize store packs and a lot of different types of store packs as well. We're talking Ultimate Pack Pluses, Winter Jumbo Rare Players Packs, Winter Rare Players Packs, which include more players in the packs for the same FIFA point value, Premium Gold Players Pack Pluses, lots of plus packs, and especially during Team of the Year, we really saw those. But we've had store packs all the time, right? Why is that any different to years past or the beginning of this year? Well, there's a few reasons for that. And one of the reasons, we'll get into all of them, one of the reasons is getting to the 95% team is relatively easy. I don't mean easy, but I mean getting a team that's a few 100,000 coins is not the hardest to do. Just takes you some playing, a little bit of grinding. If you know how to navigate any part of the game, really, you can get to that few 100,000 coin team pretty quickly. So for a casual player, you can get to that like 50 to 60% team pretty quickly. Then getting to the 95% team, kind of like this team here. This team is more like the 100% team because I absolutely have no life. I've gotten lucky in packs, but just bear with me for a sec here. Getting to that 95% team, if you're a very hardcore player, also just kind of comes with some grinding, right? If you play every weekend league, you play FUT champs on the regular, that's the exact same thing. You play division rivals on the regular, you grind some SBCs, you can get to not a team that's quite like this, but say that million coin team. Getting to that point is not easy, but it's manageable pretty easily if you play the game a lot. We're talking like on a daily basis. If you play this game on a daily basis, you can get to that level of team. Now, why does this tie in with the market rise? Reason being, getting to that 100% team, that God Squad, there really is only a couple ways to get to the millions of coin players in your team, right? We're talking like the mid Peles, right? Obviously, you can pack one through a gamble pack, like I did with this Pele. Get lucky in pack one. Zidane, Jairzinho, all SBCs. But say you want to just be able to buy Jairzinho, who is 1.8 million coins. Buy mid Pele. Pele is 3.5-ish million, 3.4-ish million. That level of card is virtually impossible to get just through gameplay grinding, right? You have to either get extremely lucky in a tradable pack, which League SBCs basically are not tradable. So you can't really menu grind to get to that point either. The only real way to get to that point, and this is what EA have really tried to emphasize this year, is you have to spend FIFA points. And EA have done a pretty good job of making people who spend FIFA points get a lot of coins in the process. And how have they done that? Well, they've made fodder prices extremely high. Since the start of Team of the Year, if you pack an 84, 84s are in nearly, if you open that Ultimate Pack Plus, right, you're gonna get a Mega Pack plus an Ultimate Pack. With the worst two packs possible in an Ultimate Pack and a Mega Pack, you're probably going to get 3 or 4 84s. That is worst case scenario. Most of the time, you'll probably get a walk out of an Ultimate Pack, right? Which means you're talking 18,000 coins immediately off of one card, and then you get all the rest, which could be 85s, 84s. 85s are 15,000 coins right now. 85s were half of that for most of the year this year before the World Cup promo, and all of last year, really, they were about that price. So opening FIFA points and not getting a crazy card is still worth it. And when you make packs with like plus packs, right? So you've got the additional mega pack added onto the ultimate pack, it just gives you that more of a chance to pack something that's pretty high rated and gets you coins on the way there. So when you add all that stuff in, and obviously as we know, during Team of the Year, people love to spend FIFA points on the game because packing one Team of the Year card, they were all above 1.2 million coins, right? So it's at least a 1.2 million coin card apart from Courtois, but ignore Courtois. So especially if you can get one tradable in any of those packs that they had out. They had lightning rounds, they had the elite pack pluses, which are crazy packs. It was like 30 or 40 rare gold players plus an additional 50k pack and a guaranteed walkout, I think, or maybe it was guaranteed 2 walkouts tradable, which if you open that pack for I think it was 3,000 FIFA points, you got an insane amount of coins. So when people go to the store and open a ton of FIFA points for Team of the Year promo, they get a lot of coins into their account, whether they pack something or not. If they do pack something good, if they pack a Team of the Year, they're going to get a shit ton of coins into that account. So the fact that the game has been kind of wired this year to really drive you to the store if you're a hardcore player, if you're a casual player, they've done a very good job of making it so that you kind of have to come here no matter how much you play the game, which obviously for the consumer like us sucks because there's no real way to gameplay grind or menu grind to get to that 100% team, right? Now, there is something to be said. Do you want everybody to have a 100% team? That's a different argument. We can talk about that in a different video, but the point still stands. That is a big reason why we're seeing coin inflation. Another reason, EA are giving us more tradable packs in terms of random SBCs, plus the draft token upgrade. I think this has been out for 2 weeks, which I'm pretty sure would give us 14 draft tokens if you did it every single day. I think it's been about 2 weeks. Maybe it's like 10 days, something like that. But this isn't the first time they've had this, so the point still stands. That it's probably like most people probably got, if they did this every day, like 14, 15 draft tokens for free. It's just free packs. Most people have an 82 rated squad in their club, untradeable, ready to use in this SBC. It just gives you a free draft token, free tradable packs. So every player is getting draft tokens, which is a pretty big part. That's gonna attribute to a coin inflation as well. Plus random SBCs that we've been seeing also giving tradable packs. Now, the reason that this is kind of like unexpected and it's such a stark contrast to where we were earlier is because they've implemented this in sort of the middle of the year, right? We saw at the beginning of this year the market just be as cheap as it was last year, and it might have even been cheaper for like considering the time period that we saw. So they basically, during the World Cup promo, we didn't get much content at all. If you remember that at all, sorry, like just during the World Cup itself, because there were multiple World Cup promos, but during the World Cup itself while it was on, if you remember, FIFA was like dead, right? There was just like nothing to do in the game at all. They basically, I think they decided that the cheap market was just not the way for them to go anymore. I think they gave it a try. I think they realized once an expensive market was in this game that it's more financially beneficial for EA to do that. And I think the reason being is that when people see the cards are very expensive, see fodder is expensive, they are more inclined to take that gamble and open packs. When you look at future stars, maybe above 50k. How many future stars cards are above 50,000 coins? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards above 50,000 coins, and in most promos you're looking at probably half of that at least, or at the most, sorry. So that just makes it way more financially incentive to try and gamble and open packs when there are more expensive cards on the game to be able to pack. So right now, the drastic difference between that 95% to 100% team is basically what I think is causing more and more people to go to the store. I think that this is the main reason this market is inflating super high. It is because EA are driving the game to the store and are also making it at least more beneficial to open FIFA points, which you might say, well, that's got to be a good thing, right? That makes more sense in terms of, okay, people who are spending money on the game now are at least getting rewarded for it. And I'm with you on that. I think if you spend money on the game, you should get rewarded for it for sure. I think the way it was previously, talking like last year, beginning of this year, opening packs of FIFA points when golds and gold commons, gold rares and gold commons, sorry, they're like discard price now, basically all of them. It just was not worth it. Now you're looking that if you pack anything above 82 rated right now, they're going for 1,000 coins, and that is huge. That's a stark contrast to where we were just last year. That's a big thing, as I think more people than ever are opening packs through FIFA points, and we saw a lot of people spend money on FIFA points during the Team of the Year promo, and now the market is just seeing the ramifications of that. And you might be asking, how long is this going to last? How long is this inflation going to stay like this? And to be honest with you, I think it's probably going to last for a little bit longer. I do think it's inevitable that the market will come down because it just always has to. We will get a new promo team that's going to be hyped up. Future Stars Team 2 looks great. I would not be shocked if the market comes down a little bit before then, but then rockets again this weekend. I would not be shocked about that. So we have more leaked cards. We'll talk about that in my video tonight if you've not seen them. So the argument now, is it a good thing that this is happening for the market? Well, that's very subjective. Do you think it's a good thing that packing a player is more worthwhile than it was before, but then also acquiring players is obviously more difficult than before? I think there's obviously a happy medium here, and I think what it should be is they need to bring a way to grind, whether it be gameplay or in the menus, a way for us to be able to achieve the 100% team. In FIFA 19, League SBCs, if you put in a ton of hours into League SBCs, you got rewarded handsomely. You just did. Right now, the Mixed League upgrade, Premium Mixed League upgrade, they're good. They're fine to grind for. They are at least something to put things into, at least a way to get yourself a spin at the roulette wheel, try and get those packs, try and get those good players. But obviously, it's nowhere near the complex system that we saw during FIFA 19. The way you were able to grind that all through was probably the most fun I've ever had in terms of any FIFA game. Even though FIFA 19 gameplay was legit awful. You can't look at it through with any rose-tinted glasses at all. Like that gameplay was terrible. But at least the menu grind in that game made that game fun because if you put in hours and hours and hours, it wasn't like it came easy. You still had to put in hours a day onto the game. You could then achieve really, really good cards just by putting in your time. And that's what it should be. It should be either you put in your time or you put in your money. Not just, if you put in your time, you can only get to that 95% team, not the 100% team. That's the difference right now that I think we're seeing with the newer FIFAs is that you, especially this one, you have to spend money or you're not going to be able to acquire the 100% team. There's just no way to do it. With champs rewards coming out, we can talk about the structure of FIFA Ultimate Team is very bad, if we're being honest here. Not the entire thing, but the game mode structure itself is bad. You're talking FUT Champions, you get once a weekend. Division Rivals, once a week. Squad Battles, once a week. There is pretty much, apart from objectives, nothing that you can grind for tradable packs for at all. A draft, obviously you can, but guess what? It's cost to enter. So technically, not really, you can't grind it. There's nothing that I can do to just be like, I want to play FIFA for 6 hours and earn things immediately. There's no way to do it, which in my opinion just makes absolutely no sense. The reward structure, the game mode structure of FIFA Ultimate Team is just bad. Of course, just my opinion. There's a lot of things that are very widely inconsistent. You know, the FUT Champions, you play 20 games to get those rewards. Division Rivals, far worse rewards. Probably is going to take you more games to get those 8 wins, talking about sweaty divisions for worse rewards, A lot of inconsistencies with rewards. And I think that with EAFC 24, I think we're going to see a lot more differences than we're used to seeing on a yearly cycle of FIFA. I do think without the EA license, they're going to do a lot of things differently. It's just speculation, of course, but we can talk about this in a different video too. Basically, the reason this market is inflating right now, getting to the 100% team, difficult to do without spending money. Spending money is more worth it than it ever has been, and more people are also spending money than they probably ever have been. Therefore, people are getting coins faster than they ever have been. Market goes up. SBCs coming out with tradable packs. Adding in the fact that the game mode structure, just not that good. No way to grind for any sort of rewards immediately. People have nothing to do a lot of the time during the day playing this game, but that's what they kind of want. They want you to be able to go to the store when you're bored and spend money on the game. That is why this market is rising. Thank you all for watching my videos. I love you all. I'll see you next video very, very soon. Peace.